Hello, it's Rebecca. I'm from Rebecca Inc. and I'm going to show you how to draw a pelican today. You need a piece of paper, a pencil, a marker, and an eraser to join in. So gather up your supplies and come right back. All right, we're going to start, our paper's going to be vertical, and we're going to start in the center with a nice oval. You're going to get your whole arm going from your shoulder. And when you do this, it allows you to get the shape smoother. You go round and round and round. See how mine's not perfect? Yours won't be perfect either. So let it be. We're just creating some guides for ourselves. Inside that circle, or that oval rather, sorry, we're going to add another oval. This one's going to be skinnier and take up roughly the center of the first oval we drew. Connected to that oval, toward the back end of it here, the bottom part, we're going to add a little circle that's going to be about this big. So again, get your whole arm going from your shoulder, round and round you go. Draw a nice little circle, just like that. Off the back end of the oval, we're going to add in a triangle, and it's going to kind of connect from the top of our oval down to the bottom. So the point is going to be coming out here. So we're going to do the top part of our triangle and then the bottom part of our triangle so that they connect to the top part of our oval and the bottom part of our oval. We're not going to add in that third line, but if you wanted to see that triangular shape, it's right there. Now, from the very point of that triangle, let's divide that shape in half, or down the middle, I don't know, it's close to the middle, and connect it up to that oval in the center of our pelican's body. Just like that. Off the base of this circle, we're going to add in a couple rectangles for some legs. One rectangle here, and just right next to it, another rectangle. We're going to let it share a side there. Off the base of that rectangle, we are going to add in some skinny, long triangles. It's going to come out about like that. And then off the other side, connect it. Just like that. So one triangle, and then we're going to do one more. So where those shapes meet up, where our rectangle and our triangle meet up, add in that second triangle and connect it back, just like that. Now between those two, we're going to add a little arc, the webbing in their feet. There are more spines in their feet, but we can't see them at this angle. We can see a hint of one, they have four. We can see a hint of one off the back. So we're going to just do a little triangle off the back. All right, onto that back leg, we're going to do that same idea with the long skinny triangle at the end of our rectangle. So just like that, add in that long skinny triangle, and then do one just a little bit further behind, just like that, and add in the webbing. All right, now we are ready for a head. So just up from our body, we're just going to kind of go up just a little bit. We are going to add an oval. It's going to be about this big. It's kind of skinnier. See how I have some lines that went outside, but the overall shape lives here. You're going to end up with some of that too. Just roll with it. In the long run, we'll use these as guides, and we'll pick our favorite ones to create our drawing with when we switch to our marker. So now let's connect that head with the neck. They have a nice, pretty long neck that they can stretch out. So we're going to do a little curve, a little arc to connect that oval down to our body. They're going to go the same direction. So if you wanted to, you could rotate your paper to do this. It's easier if you rotate your paper and you plant your wrist and you get your hand to create the arc for you. All right, inside the head of our pelican, we're going to add a series of circles to give us the shape of pattern of their fur as well as where their eye lives. So let's add a bigger one right about in the center. Lives off to the edge there. There's that one. And then just below it, another one, just slightly smaller, but about the same width, just like that. Now inside that first one we drew, let's add another one, just like that. It's going to kind of rest along that outside edge. And inside that, our eye. So we're going to do a little circle with an arc that comes down. And inside that circle, a teeny tiny little circle for a highlight. Off the edge of that circle we just drew, we're going to draw their bill, and it's going to come down with a straight line that comes almost the full length of their neck, just like that. I'm planting my wrist and just using my fingers. You could also touch your pencil down where you want it to be and drag your whole arm. That will also help give you a nice straight line. Let's go back up, and we're going to do a little mimicking line right about there, and then skip and come down right about there. Just ever so slight off of that first line that we drew. Now, from about the center of this circle that's sitting on like the head and the neck, we are going to plant our wrist and create a nice arc that connects up to the top of that bill. And just kind of round it off at the edge. Now they have that well that they can like scoop up a fish in. All right, we have everything we need to draw our pelican, so set down your pencil and grab your marker. I'm using a Sharpie. You can use whatever kind of marker you have on hand, just as long as you can't erase it. That's going to be the key. Let's start up on their heads. We're going to start where their heads kind of meet up with their beak, and we're going to go with little motions, just a touch and a flick around that head, because I've got some feathers that are a little bit looser there. It's maybe blowing in the breeze. And then head down their neck, same idea, just kind of touching and flicking as we go down. Now when we get down here, we're going to hop on this back edge of this oval, and we're going to make our strokes a little bit longer. But they are a little looser today. We're not giving it a straight line. We're doing kind of a combo cartoon meets realistic. All right, now this edge that we created with this triangle is going to help us give the feather definition. So as you get back toward the back, let it be a little looser. And then we're going to head up that line until it meets up into our oval. Now from here, let's go up to the top part of this oval. We're going to go around that top edge and then cut in, creating some of those bigger feathers up there with some more solid lines. And then back here, the feathers get smaller, so we can't, we don't want it to be as solid of a motion. We want it to be lighter and fluffier. We're going to give just a hint that this is a wing, so we're just going to do a few little marks around the top edge of that oval. Now let's go back up and finish our face here. We're going to go around this inside circle to where it meets up with this larger circle and down. So go around that, connect it onto that slightly larger oval that's there, and then hop on that bottom oval or circle and stop there. So this is all like a yellowy color on our pelican. Now let's go down their bill, straight down that line we created for ourselves, back up. Let's add in a little oval right here for their nostril. And then do our mimicking lines, just like that. Now we can do that arc. We're going to go nice and solid over that arc. All right, onto their eye. Let's do the arc of their eye. And then we can draw around that little circle and leave the highlight in the center. All right, moving on down their neck, we're going to just do those nice little smaller motions. Then when we get around this part, this would be like their little chest, we're going to do more solid lines here and then just kind of cut in a little bit. Now, as we come to the leg, we're just going to kind of connect that down to the leg, like that. We have this little muscle here, and we're going to create a nice little line right there. All right, onto the back end here, we're just going to kind of connect back, just like that. Now we need to do their feet, or their little legs. We're going to go down the back side of the rectangle, and then right up that triangle. Go back up, down the front side of that rectangle, and go out the back triangle. Now we want to give a hint that those are the spines. So we're just going to give a hint of that line there and a hint of the top line on the front triangle, and then add in our connector for the web. Draw on that full back triangle. All right, last little bit, the back leg down the rectangle, onto the triangle, add in a little hint of that spine there, down the front, just like that, and connect. All right, I'm going to add just a slight bit of shading there. These little legs are kind of tucked underneath their body. Let me look at my guide here and see if there's anything else we want to add in. If we wanted to add just a little bit here, we could as well. Cute little shading. And up around their neck. Some cute little shading. And we have ourselves a cute pelican. Let me know what you want to draw. Send me your drawings in the comments below. Like and subscribe. You can find me online. I am Rebecca, Ink, I-N-K, because I like to draw with ink. Follow me on YouTube. And